YouTube, what's up? Today we're just going to be, I'm going to show you guys how to get pretty powerful 240 watt LED light for only, I want to say, under 50 bucks, I'm going to say. I went to Costco recently, and while I was in Costco, I came across like this whole lighting section that they had there, which I had never really seen or paid attention before. But when I went in there, I just looked through it, so see what they can, see what they got over here, and I saw this bad boy. So this was like a 10 pack of LED light bulbs, all daylight balance at 5,000 Kelvin, and they're about 60 watts a piece. And I was like, ooh, this is must have, must have. So I bought them because they were, I think they were like 15 bucks, and they weren't even on sale. They were just, that's the price, 15 bucks, 10 pack daylight bulbs. If you check online, it's going to be way more than that. I've seen them for $45 for 10. Obviously, it's cheaper if you buy like one or two, but even like one bulb is like 9 bucks or something like that. So, yeah, so definitely if you have a Costco in your area, hit it up. Get these. The brand is Fiat Electric LED. That's the brand I bought, and I paid 15 bucks for 10. They weren't on sale, so I'm pretty sure at any Costco they would be the same price, maybe cheaper in cheaper areas. I live in New York City, so everything's a bit marked up. So if you live maybe in like Arizona or something like that, it might be a bit cheaper. Anyway, so I got this 10 pack, and I have a few other items as well. One of the things I have, and every cinematographer, filmmaker, well, you know, if you guys do it all, if we're one of these like, you know, editors, cinematographers, let's just call us creators, content creators. There's no, they have, what do they call it, Shreditors? That's the new word, Shreditors. I hate that. It sounds stupid. It sounds like a Ninja Turtle villain. Let's just call it content creators. If you're a content creator, that means you shoot, you edit, you direct, you do it all. And one of the things you need in your kit, and all of us have them, is those little work lights. But while I like those, I actually tend to like these better. So these are the photo lights that you can get. These are impact photo lights and light sockets. And these ones are porcelain. Now, the reason why I like these over the regular work lights is those regular small work lights are about 150 watts, max out 150 watts. If you put more than 150 watts in them, you will burn out the socket. These are 500 watts. So it gives you a bit more flexibility, gives you a bit more impact. At 1,000 watts and above, you're buying, you know, you're going to just get a Chimera, because it makes no sense to, if you need that much, you might as well just get a Chimera and spend the money on that. Anyway, so these are great. They cost about $24 at B&H. You just buy them at B&H. They cost more other places. B&H is where I found them to be cheaper, and sometimes they have them on sale. I bought these actually on sale, and it was like 15 bucks a piece, so I ended up buying like 5 or 6 of them. And I love these little things. Another thing that I got is this bad boy. So this is a 4-way light splitter. I bought these on Amazon from Fancier Studio, 4-way light socket splitter. And so I got these LEDs, got this. What do you think I did? I combined them all together. And what I was able to produce was a 240 watt light bulb. I got one already on there that's lighting me right now, so you can get an idea of what the light looks like. I have the camera at about, I want to say a 3.5, somewhere around there. I should have checked, but it's about 3.5. Anyway, so just screw these in. You know, you screw in the prongs, the 4 sockets. You put this in. Very similar. We've already seen it. You know, you've already seen it done where you bought those like Fancier Studio light kits, and they have the 4 light bulbs at the end, and they cost like, you know, maybe like $100 for 3 or something like that. No, but we've all seen them. So this is how you make that same thing, and you could use the difference between those is you can only use the fluorescent lights in there. You throw halogen lights in it, they burn out. You throw any other light bulb in there, they will burn out if you don't use the fluorescents. Whereas with this, you can put any light bulb in there. And with this, same thing, any light bulb, LED, fluorescents, halogen. If you want to use tungsten lights, you can throw tungsten balance lights in there, and it will have no problem and no side effects. You won't have to worry about the sockets being burned out as long as you stay within the wattage. So as long as you don't go over 500 watts, you're good to go. I'm just going to plug this in real quick and give you guys a little bit. I mean, you already see the way it's lighting me. I'm pretty dark skinned, so that also gives you a good perspective on how much light you're getting out of it. So turn that on. Boom. I don't know if I'm gonna watch later and see if I'm blown out or not. I should actually do this with a monitor so I can look at myself, but whatever. Boom, there you go. So what I would advise is there's so many tutorials on how to build a softbox. You can build a softbox around this. If you look, I'm gonna just unscrew it real quick. If you look right here, see these are squared. So you can build one of those those little soft boxes that go around this. Also, you could do what I do. I love cinefoil, and if you don't have cinefoil, again, something else you should have in your arsenal as a filmmaker is cinefoil. This is really just, I mean, this is your bread and butter of lighting and how you control light and how you cut light. I just shot a music video this weekend. I'm going to do another tutorial, and I'm probably going to bring these next 2 or 3 tutorials. They're just going to come out, not tutorials, but product reviews. They're just going to come out back to back. Anyway, I just did a shoot, and I was using these cheap LED, cheap fluorescent kind of Kino-esque, the bootleg Kino lights that were pretty cheap. And the thing is, man, the light is pretty even, but that's the problem. It looks like a light. Like if it was for an interview or anything like that, it's just missing that punch. So I ended up switching the bulbs out to the Kino bulbs, which were really good, and they gave that punch that I was looking for. But because you can't control the light, you can't dim it, you can't do anything like that, you need to be able to dim the light. So I was able to use some cinefoil to cut off some of the light. So you can use cinefoil with that light. You wrap it around, gives it a really good look. You can use reflective tape. If you don't, again, another thing that you should have in your arsenal, reflective tape. Those are really cool things. So this was just a really cool way of just getting a really strong light for cheap. So if you need a daylight balance, 240 watt light bulb, there it is. If you need a tungsten balance, you can actually take those. You can actually do the same exact thing with tungsten balance lights. It's a bit harder to find lower wattage in the 3400 Kelvin range. You might have to sacrifice and go 2800. Yeah. I wouldn't really recommend that, because especially with a lot of these cameras, when you start going below daylight, that you'll start seeing more noise in the blue channel. That's one thing people don't really understand, is that almost every one of these cameras, especially high-end cameras like the Red and the Blackmagic Cinema cameras, they're all daylight balanced. So once you go below 4000 Kelvin, you're going to start seeing some noticeable noise in the blue channel, because the blue channel is where it's sensitive at. So I would recommend you have an 80D filter or an 80C filter. Those should be in your arsenal. I have both. And yeah, sort of like if you're using film and you're shooting tungsten balance, then you would use an 85B filter on your camera. So that way when you're shooting in daylight, it's balanced and everything like that. Anyway, thanks guys. Look out for the rest of the product reviews, because I'm going to be doing these back to back. I might just switch up my clothes or whatever, but I'm just going to be standing right here, and I'm still going to keep that same LED, the same LED 240 watt light bulb on me. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you like these new products, and you can use them. They're all affordable. They're all really cheap, and I hope you guys can use them. Thank you. Bye.